adventures, a million whys.
Hello there, little explorers. Have you seen any rain lately? Rain is actually pretty amazing. Sometimes it's soft and tiny, like a little tickle on your face. We call that a drizzle. But sometimes, splash, crash, it comes down so fast and loud, it feels like even your umbrella might not be strong enough to stop it. I, Pippy the Dragon, want to ask you a question first. Do you like the rain? I hear some of you saying, yes, I love jumping in puddles. But some of you are saying, no way, my shoes get all wet and squishy, right? Well, today I want you to join me to solve a huge mystery. Why does it rain, and is the sky actually crying tears? Think back for a second. Have you ever looked up at the sky before it rains? It gets all gray and dark, and then drip, drop, the water falls. It really does look like the sky is crying, doesn't it? But Pippy wants to whisper a little secret to you. The sky isn't sad. It's not crying at all. It's actually doing a very, very important job. Remember in our last adventure, we learned how clouds are born? Remember how water turns into invisible vapor, floats up, 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 hugs together, and becomes a cloud? Well, let's shrink down and fly inside a cloud to see what's happening in there. We know that clouds aren't empty. They are the homes for millions and millions of tiny water droplets. At first, these little droplets are super small and light, like tiny invisible bubbles. The air is like a pair of big, gentle hands holding them in the sky. The little droplets just float around, chatting and taking walks, thinking, living in the sky is so comfy. But then the wind comes. The wind doesn't just blow leaves on the ground. It also pushes new little water droplets up into the clouds. One comes in, then two, then three, more and more and more. The cloud starts thinking, why am I getting so heavy? Imagine filling up a water balloon. You put water in and the balloon's tummy gets bigger and rounder. Inside the cloud, it starts getting really crowded. The little droplets start running around, bump, crash. They bump into this one, then crash into that one. And when they bump, something funny happens. They stick together. A tiny drop turns into a medium drop. Two medium drops stick together to make a big drop. Suddenly, that big water drop realizes, am I too heavy now? Little explorers, let's use our imagination. If you hold one fluffy teddy bear, it's easy, right? But what if you hold 10 or 20 and they get heavier and heavier? Your arms would start to shake, and finally, you would have to let go. The air works exactly the same way. When the water drops get too heavy for the air to hold them anymore, whoosh, the drops fall down. Ta-da! That is the moment rain is born. But Pippy wants to tell you something very important. Rain isn't a bad thing, not at all. Rain is actually our friend, the water magician from our last story. When rain falls, it soaks into the ground so the flowers and trees can have a drink. It falls into rivers, lakes, and the ocean so the water can keep traveling. So rain is just helping water get back to the ground. Nature does this every day, every month, and every year. Smart little explorers, I bet you noticed something else. Sometimes the rain is small, like the sky is using a watering can, but sometimes it's huge, whoosh, splash, pouring down, right? Why is that? Well, if small droplets fall, it's just a light rain. But if a lot of giant droplets fall all at once, it becomes a heavy rainstorm. Sometimes the rain falls super fast. They don't mean to be scary, it's just because the cloud was way too crowded and way too heavy. Just remember, when it rains really hard, Pippy suggests you stay inside. You can look out the window and watch the big raindrops splash safely from your warm house. So now you know, the sky isn't crying, it's not sad, and the sky definitely isn't leaking. Rain is just the water magician finishing its big adventure, floating up to the sky and then coming back down to the ground. It goes round and never stops. So next time you see rain, you can gently tell your mommy and daddy the sky isn't crying, the water is just coming home. And moms and dads, you can ask your little explorers a fun question too. Who do you think the first raindrop touched? Was it the top of the mountain, a green leaf, or your umbrella? Thank you for joining me today, little explorers. You helped Pippy finish the big adventure of water turning into rain and rain turning back into water. Next time, we are going to look for a super beautiful friend who disappears very quickly. This friend has a lovely name called a rainbow. See you next time. Bye-bye.